We are going to look at the Forge a little more in depth today. So over on box.gg, we have the ability to create our own custom boxes. I am a huge fan of this, not only for the fact that it's a lot of fun, but it lets you put in boxes that you want to see and have the cards you want to get. So to get there, if we're starting at the main page here, we're going to go ahead and click that Forge button right there, and you can do the Forge on Pokemon, Magic, and Counter-Strike currently. The Forge is not available in that One Piece beta right now, but I'm sure it'll be added in the future. So when we get in here, we want to go ahead and click that Create Custom Box button, and we're going to get a list here, and we're going to start out in Pokemon because that's the most often spun and played set of cards. You have to give your box a name. I always start my boxes with Daisy so that I can easily find them, and anyone else that wants to look and find my Forge boxes can search and find those. What you then are going to do, you can also select an image. I don't think the image really matters. I have a few I like. Oh, I like the pink one today. Let's do the pink one today. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to select our cards. So here we're going to decide, do we want to theme this box? Do we just want this box to be things we like? Do we want to have it out in the community so other people can find it? We see a lot of boxes with the Moonbryon hunts in them, or another top chase. It's very common to have one big top chase in there at that small percentage for that little extra fun. So what we're going to do today is, I always like to throw an Umbreon in my box. Today we're not going to throw the Umbreon though. We are going to look at building a box around the Greninja. So that Twilight Masquerade Greninja. So we're going to go ahead and click that Greninja. I want that Greninja. All I had to do is click it. You little check box there. And what we can do up here is we can actually search by set, by name. And we're going to go ahead and put in here. We'll go ahead and type in Greninja. And it's going to give us anything with Greninja related to there. So look, we're going to get all those Greninja cards are going to come showing up here. Ooh, that's a new one down there. That is cool. The Unbroken Bonds Greninja. So any card that is available, and this do change as availability changes. So sometimes you might find that Moonbrand, especially those top hits, are in there or not in there based on if they're available at the supplier. So we're going to call our top hit in this box is with the Greninja EX. And we're going to take a look here. I like to have something a little bit farther down. So I'm actually going to use that Sun and Moon Unbroken Bonds and the Greninja GX. Now we're getting in here. How many cards do we want? We could go ahead and throw all these Greninja cards in there and call it good. I think we're going to be a little bit more selective today. So we've got something in that 5,000 range. Let's find something, one of these two. I personally like that promo card a little bit more than the Unbroken Bonds GX one. So I'm going to throw that promo card in there. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to keep going. With the Detective Pikachu Greninja and the Greninja Star. I think the Greninja Star is a good add here. As well as I'm going to put in that new Greninja. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in this box. I can decide what the floor is going to be. The floor is going to be the bottom card that you can pull. The lowest you're going to get back. That's going to help determine how much your box is going to cost, is based on what we present these percentages. So I personally like to have a little bit lower floor. It'll bring down the price, so we can actually take the gems and we can say a minimum or a maximum. So I'm going to set that maximum to 50 gems and see what we can find here. And I actually can look and I can say, let's look at if there is a set that I like, or we can do something like this. And I'm going to say the water. And with that, I'm going to be able to find those water energies because that makes sense with the Greninja. And I'm going to say, okay, 32 there, and we'll do the 4. So it gives us 2 different kind of values of the water energy as our floor. Now the next thing we do after we get all our cards is we're going to set up our pull rate. So this is a line. So I'm going to go ahead and say the 0.05. We're going to do this a little bit spicy, a little bit of a chance there. Not exactly a high chance. But then we're going to come down on that one there. And I'm going to give you that 0.15% chance here. We're going to make this a little bit spicy to get those higher pulls. And I'm going to come here and say, okay, well, 1% of the time, no, that's too much. So I'm going to go 0.035 here. So about a half percent of chance you're going to pull one of those top 3 cards. I think that's pretty good. Coming down here, as we get lower in the cost of the item, the actual cost added to the cost of the box is going to come down. So if I put that at a 0.35, it's only 9 compared to the 24 on the other one. But I'm going to say let's give that a 0.6 at 15 gems added. And then that Greninja Star, maybe we give that a little bit, 2.35% chance on that Greninja Star. We're a little bit spicy on this box here, because we're going to try to keep that box cost low, and I'll show you what I say by spicy. And then the Unbroken Bonds Greninja, let's go ahead and give that a 11.5. Give us a 15% chance of hitting something up here, hopefully. And then we're going to come down here and we get our last two, our floor boxes. You're going to see that box price there is 116 currently, but we haven't finished it out. We still have 85% chance back in here. So let's then give that a 15% chance there. Okay, yep, 15% chance. And that leaves us with 70% of the time you're going to pull that. So this box here is 122 gems. We can see we've got 100% here, nice and green, and we've got a 2, a spice level of 2. What that means is this box is not a super chase box. It's not high spice. You're not just dropping the gems trying to hope to hit that top thing. You've got a decent chance of getting something back on each of those spins, and that is because that 11.5, 135, you've still got 11.5% chance to get the box price back plus a little bit. And the last piece we're going to come into here and do is we're going to see this before we forge our box, is this you earn per box. This is that commission rate. It is going to always be set at 0.1%, which is where it's going to start. You get to decide between 0.1 and 3%. I generally use a 3%. You can tweak it to however you want your box to be. If we want to say I want that box price to be closer to 125, you're going to see that box price come down. Maybe the box price come up. So I could say it's a 2.42 versus a 3. So let's say I want it right at 125. I'm going to leave there. 126 isn't bad for that box. So now you're going to see all these costs have gone up a little bit. We're going to 126 per spin on this box. We've determined purple, but now we've gone to Greninja. I've said, that pink doesn't seem right. I'm going to pick something a little more festive Greninja. I actually like this one here. So we're going to give it a name now. I always wait to the name last until I've decided what I want in there. And we're going to go ahead and call this Daisy. And let's name it. These are the frogs. These are the frogs. Let's see. Let's call it a Fighting Frogs. Ooh, 19 characters. You see that? It's going to stop me there. You get 19 characters to do it. So we're going to change that, and we're going to go Frog Fight. So here we go. Last step here is to hit that Forge the Box button. It's going to come up to your new box is forged. You can get rid of that. You can leave that. So let's take a look in here. Up here, you're going to see that like button. We're going to smash that like button on all of our boxes after we create them. Take a look down here. You're going to see all the polls we decided and where they fall in. Them the orange, the purple, the blue. We don't have any green polls in this box. It's just gray after that. So let's go ahead. I always like to test it out and to see what would happen if I hit that one box there. And we're going to kick it. And we're going to see what would we hit on our brand new Forge box. All right. Starting on the water on that one. What would our second hit be? And not what is our second hit here? Come on, number 3. Are we going to find something in here? I got an 85% chance of getting water here, but we want that 15% chance of finding something else. Oh, not yet. One last try in this box. Daisy's Frog Fight. And all right, we're going to hit that Unbroken Bonds. So there we go. That is how you build a Forge box. When you are done, you can go over and click that Forge again. You're going to see everybody's boxes here. Click your boxes, and you're going to see here I have a lot of boxes because I like to have a lot of different things to open. 375 of them. Now I do say you can click that newest, and it's going to show up right there. I'm going to change that down there so you'll see it. So there's our Frog Fight. I will look at my newest boxes. We've got cuties. We got a lot. I got a lot. You're going to see that ability to claim how many boxes you've created, how many times your boxes have been opened, how many likes your box has have overall, how much has been spent on your boxes, and how much you've earned from all those boxes. Now those numbers might look kind of crazy. Remember, that is a decimal place over here. But it's a great way to build something for the community, to pick the cards you want, and to, what I call a savings plan is if I get at 3% back on all my boxes that I'm spending and I spend my own boxes, I'm saving a little bit back from each of those spins. Now you're not saving necessarily because you're paying it in the cost of the box, but you are getting to save that for later. So please, if you would, go ahead and hit one of my boxes for some fun. I am pushing out Daisy's best hits. This box has been fire. Oh, Gabby hitting all of these. Look at this. We've got the Aerodactyl. Okay, that's it. I hit that Rayquaza earlier in here. This has got it. This has got it all. This is fun. This is going to be that high spice box right there. All I'm asking for you to do is not necessarily hit that box, but go up here, find that Daisy Best Hits, pop that like button right there for me. Once you hit that like button, comment in the video on the video that you hit the like button, and I'm going to pick 2 people from the comments that have liked the box to win 500 free gems on box.gg to give some of my boxes a spin.